Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another session of My Law in Spain. Today, we are talking to Amber Nicole Hess, who is a notary in America. Hello, Amber. How are you?
I'm doing great, Alex. Thank you for having me on your show today. Thank you.
No, it's great to have you on the show, and so yeah, really glad to be able to talk to you because we act for clients all over the world, but increasingly a lot more Americans. So tell me a bit about yourself. Who are you? What do you do? And where are you based?
So I'm based in Marietta, California, and I am an apostille agent, and I am actually an international document specialist. And I also provide a notary, mobile notary, not only locally but also globally as well.
Okay, so when you say globally, you mean across the states, yeah?
Across the states, as well as if there is notary work in other countries that need to be facilitated, we can command those as well.
Okay, cool. So just tell us, what is a notary then, Amber?
You know, it's kind of easier to tell you what a notary is not.
Right.
Primarily, like, we are not lawyers. We cannot. We have to adhere to a strict guidelines. Like, we cannot give legal advice and things like that. When people call and say, like, "Hey, I need to get a notary," it's literally, we're not authenticating the document itself. It's that the person who appears before us is actually who they say they are, and they provide their government issued identification, and we go ahead and notarize that document based on who's in front of us at the time.
Okay. So we act for clients buying property, inheriting property, selling property, moving to Spain from all over the world. And typically, when we would need a notary is when, for example, they're going to sign a power of attorney. That's a document that authorizes us to act for them in Spain in a property purchase. Or if they're moving to Spain, we would need a marriage certificate notarized. That's usually, or for example, someone's inheriting a property, we would need a death certificate notarized and also apostilled. So apostille is a name, a word that comes out quite a lot. Can you explain, Amber, what an apostille is, and can you arrange them?
Yes, so that is what I primarily do here in my business. We offer comprehensive apostilles, authentications. We can even do FBI background checks as well as state and local background checks. As far as the document itself that needs to get apostilled, some documents need to be notarized, some don't, such as like the vital records of the birth certificate, death certificate. Those don't need to be notarized, but we can submit those to get apostilled. However, in order to get an apostille, it's regardless of what state it was issued here in America, as long as that it's going to be used abroad, we could go ahead and facilitate that with the competent authorities to get that certification. Much like how, like, when I explain it just as easily as far as when you want to travel internationally, you need a passport, right? And your documents that need to travel for to go abroad, they need a passport, and that's exactly what that apostille is going to subsidize, that to be able to travel and be used abroad.
So yeah. So typically, yeah, we would need, for example, from a US citizen applying for residency, we would need um, an original marriage certificate, for example, and then that would need the apostille on it. And like you said, it's the passport for that document to travel and to be valid here in Spain.
Yes. So a lot of times, like, we can do pretty much any notarized document. We could do corporate documents. We can also do individual for like the public use as well. So it's any, we could even do even like medical doctor verifications and such like that. Because sometimes those do come up, transcripts, diplomas. We could also get those as well.
Yeah, exactly. So, for example, for the residency process, our clients need, if they're applying as a couple, they need a marriage certificate that has to be apostilled. They'll need a background criminal record check, And they also do need doctor's certificates confirming they don't suffer from any nasty World Health Organization diseases. So presumably all those documents you can arrange to have them apostille then, yeah.
Yeah, so like if your client, no matter where they are in the US, that those like say like their birth certificates, their marriage certificates, divorce decrees, all of the things that you've also mentioned as well. What we would do, we would need to have the original, and then we can go ahead and file to get the apostille.
Yeah.
Once we get that, then we can ship it back to the client, or we can get it to whatever agency that they're working with and send it directly as well.
Yeah. And just so kind of the viewers are aware, I came across Amber because one of our clients actually signed the power of attorney in front of you. And basically those clients, I met them in the States, I met them in Vegas. They're buying a property in the Costa del Sol in Spain. And just, we sent you, Amber, the document in English and Spanish. And just tell us what did you then do to progress that, to notarize it and to apostille it? Did you meet the clients in person or did you do that remotely?
So for them, they were super local to me, just down the way. So I went to their home. I went ahead and notarized the power of attorney that they had both in Spanish and in English. And then after that was completed, then I took the documents and then we went ahead and got that taken care of at the Secretary of State in California, because that's where I am. And then we facilitated it, and then we were able to give the originals to them as well as a digital copy to you guys as well. And then that original got also sent over to your office
Yeah.
to be completed.
And that worked really well. So I mean, and if someone's not local to you, so we got lucky there with those clients. But if someone's based in New York, could you notarize their documents then?
Absolutely. So my office, even though I am in Murrieta, I have a wide range of a network that I have notaries that work for me across the United States. So if someone's in New York, we can easily get that facilitated, and then I myself get the apostille, and then we complete it just as if I was right there with them.
Ah, fantastic. So if I sent you a power of attorney today by email, how quickly can you get that notarized and then apostilled if it was in California, for example, Amber?
Great question. So typically, we try to do same day appointments, absolutely, or at least within like 48 hours. And then to get the apostille, it would literally be within about a 48-hour turnaround time that we would
Okay.
have it completed from notary and completion, and then it be being shipped off to them.
Wow, that's fantastic. So basically, within a week, we can more or less get the power of attorney back to us. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
when someone applies for a criminal record check, so for the residency purposes, how long do you know how long those certificates are taking to obtain from the FBI?
So they used to be a lot longer. It used to be over 6 to 8 weeks, and
Wow.
but that was that was just their duration. Like I have no say so on that jurisdiction, right?
Yeah.
Right now, the last one that I did roughly it was about 2.5 weeks. So it's definitely come down
Yeah.
as far as like we can actually get everything solidified from starting it and then also getting an apostille as well. So 2 to 2.5 week right now. That can change, but typically that's what we're looking at.
Okay. So basically, we can get the power of attorney back. We can get the power of attorney back from you quite quickly, but the other documents are just taking a little bit longer if we needed a criminal record certificate, etc. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, and you're based in Murrieta, California.
Yes.
And now, is the wine that good in that area?
It is quite lovely. I've got to say, not as great as Spain, but definitely is very good.
Excellent. We've got some great wines in Spain, and well, more than 65 wine regions. That's one of the reasons why lots of Americans wish to come here, as well as all the other cultural and gastronomic delights that Spain has to offer. Well, listen, Amber, anything else to add on the notarial services that you can offer?
It's really that it's for the notary portion of it, no matter where they are, even if they're in rural areas across the United States, we can also offer digital in certain states that allow us to do like the apostilles and what we call RON, which is the electronic notarization. So say that your client is meeting with you and they're in Spain, but they're from Indiana. We can, and they need the power of attorney done. We could go ahead and facilitate that to be done online with them. And then we can facilitate those documents even quicker as well. So it just depends on where they're located or where those originating documents are. And then we can get those facilitated quite substantially quicker.
Okay, excellent, excellent. That's great. Well, listen, for us, you acted for our clients there. We received the documents quite quickly in the correct format that was necessary for us to complete the property purchase here. So that was great. So listen, Amber, I look forward to kind of hopefully working with you a lot more with our US based clients.
Well, thank you. I definitely am delighted to help out your clients and your in your firm and be able to, collaborate on many, many more clients and get them to be able to buy properties in Spain or even residency.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you very much, Amber. We'll be in touch.
All right, great. Well, thank you so much,
Take
Alex.
care. Take care. Bye bye.